Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Evil Genius 2. We've got a little action here just beyond the base entrance doors, but nothing we can't handle. Got some inspectors that need to be brainwashed. So, in the last episode, we met Max's fictional rival, I suppose, Ms. Krast, who is the new chairman of MaxCore board. We don't know what MaxCore is. It doesn't really matter. The point is that she is trying to take over our company, so we are going to take it back. We have members of the board here in the main conference room. So the henches can't recover while they're there. So we're going to hold a quick board meeting here for a couple minutes. And just at the very end of the last episode, I gave the order to do the other objective, which is kidnap Nigel McCrary on the world stage. He's basically the chief engineer of MaxCore, so we're going to use his brain bits to upgrade Midas into something truly formidable. We're also running a few side stories sort of idly. I want to get Olga off the world stage, but I can't do that until we have a specific piece of loot. But I do want to get Wrecking Bola and Foxworth off the world stage. I really want to get them all off the world stage, because the last thing I want is for them to get cranky during the finale and start causing me problems, because everyone attacks you during the finale. So we can get the super agents off the field by that point, so much the better. So one thing at a time. We've almost got the board meeting dealt with, as Max tells the board to stay on Team Max or die, probably. And we got McCrary, too. Fantastic.
See how the fools follow me like sheep, unwitting, optimistic, unaware of my true plans.
Gosh, sir, they sure are dumb, aren't they?
They sure are, anonymous yellow shirt.
Ah, yes. Fools are the easiest to fool.
Ah, good one, sir.
And the easiest to employ. Get back to work.
Krast is still a constant irritation, but at least the board knows what's good for them and then can be relied upon to back you in all things. Plus, as McCrary is an expert in auric conversion, he can make all manner of improvements to the Midas device.
I'll tell you everything. Everything, I swear.
Wow, you're like an old school scientist.
But we haven't even begun the interrogation yet. My guards will be most disappointed.
I'm very efficient and don't believe in wasting time or fingernails. Krast is trying to turn gold into lead.
What? Why?
Blasphemy. I should kill you now.
The atomic particles created in the conversion are enormously powerful. They could power whole continents.
Interesting. It just so happens, Nigel, that I need a power source such as that. Let's put you to work.
Oh, okay, great. Your enemies are closing in, the casino is flooded with protesters, and now Krast has gone into hiding. She's a pest. And what do you do to pests? You lure them into a trap. So we need to study some stuff about the atomic particles, but I see we have 7 notifications on the side story, so it's probably now chapter 12, which would mean, yes, we've got all 5 open? Cool. Alright, those are the 5 pieces of loot we need. Let's start banging them out. First is 1 in a billion. Death by a million stings sounds incredibly sinister, wouldn't you agree? Capture 1 million bees and put them to work defending your lair.
You there, what do you know about bees?
Well, I know you could make a lovely necklace out of them, but aside from that, I'm clueless.
Not beads, you idiot, bees! Regardless, I'd like you to capture 1 million of them and put them to work.
But we don't even have a way of containing that many bees.
Leave that to me to figure out. Now, get me those bees.
The genius is so whimsical, because it's like, that poor scientist is just trying to live his life and do scientist things. And it's just not... Okay, complete reset. Okay, that's the main story quest. So we don't want to do that right now. I'm just imagining this poor scientist just trying to get on with his day, and suddenly the genius comes along and is screaming about bees for no reason. Anyway, we're going to do those 5 loot missions, and that will be everything from Chapter 12. And then the remaining loot, the remaining 5 loot pieces are from Chapter 14. So we're on our way. Let's do this.
All masters require a moment of pain.
I had to fight off a ton of soldiers, but we've got the new loot item. And with no cutscene, we'll just move on to the next one, Hidden Gems. Word has reached you that your peers in the criminal underworld consider your last few jobs to be unimpressive. Remind them of your status by taking on a high-profile prestige target.
We captured a minion.
And that apparently starts off with some research. All that glitters. A thing that our boy has been saying this entire time. Let's make sure I actually have data banks on. I can't remember what I've... Okay, cool. Also, Akamura has spent part of this being very worried of the time skip, because I had 8 engineers, and I've had 8 engineers for a while, but I want 5 engineers. So we had to, let's say, retire the engineers that were extra, and of course by retire, I mean shoot them in the face. For some reason, this concerned the Akamura, but, I think she understands what Evil Genius is all about. Well, this has kind of worked out. We are now in every zone in the game, and I've got everything upgraded to at least level 2. So I'm pushing our broadcast power a little bit, and it works out because here you can see in order to do the next one for the Hidden Gems side mission, I need a criminal network at level 3, so that's a quick upgrade. I'm still not pushing in literally every area. I don't think it's necessary right now. However, in Saber's territory, I've got everything up to level 4, and, you know, we don't really care about Bola. We're running money missions in each area as well. So occasionally I've got some soldiers coming like I'm going to have in 20 seconds. Whatever. We'll shoot them in the face and be done. Everything else holding at level 2 or more should be okay. And if we need to keep upgrading here or there, then I will do that ad hoc rather than kind of forcing it. Especially because we've got nearly $4 million. We are making plenty of cash right now. And there's no reason for me to go too bananas with it. There's really nothing stopping me. I mean, if we upgrade everything to level 4 all the way across the world, great, we're going to be making a ton of cash, but it's just not necessary. I mean, having a ton of money is great, having an excess of it is great, however, it's just not necessary at the moment, and it's not like I'm shooting for any particular goal, but hey, if the opportunity is there, I'll take it. I mean, that's especially true with the vault. You can see that it's still not fully upgraded. I could even spread the vault out a little bit because we've got a little room here and here. What the heck? Oh, I didn't realize this little chunklet of mountain just had a bunch of gold in it. Huh. Anyway, you can see we've got plenty of room here for power growth, plenty of room here for control room growth. We'll get there eventually. It's just not necessary yet. And I believe there was I believe there is an achievement to get all areas in the entire game at level 4 at once, but I've long since done that. So I'm not going to push our resources to take advantage of that quite yet. Oh yeah, also we've had a lot of soldiers coming in from the side entrance. So I've decided to be a little bit more proactive, and we bought a bunch of sharks. I'm sure this will take care of itself. I'm kind of surprised how many body bags there are. I wonder if that means these traps actually work. I usually prefer having just a ton of laser walls, but I kept noticing that the enemy agents always shut them down, so I don't know, maybe this will be better? Maybe the sharks will work better? I haven't really experimented with traps in Evil Genius 2 like I did in Evil Genius 1, because Evil Genius 2, the traps don't really seem to matter. I could be mistaken, and certainly there are strategies out there that take advantage of it. I've
get to work.
Also, received some criticism, as always, with my playstyle, that I don't do more on the traps. But my general playstyle for all games is just whether something is worth it or not. And I tend to stick with early game strategies as long as they work, because, you know, as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Anyway. But right now, I'm having so many soldiers coming. We need martial artists, and I can't seem to train enough. Because frickin' they keep dying too quick. So hopefully with this insta training, I can get them going. Oh, wait.
Side story begun.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that didn't even damage their health. That damaged their morale. I think. Or their resolve. So I don't know if that was really helpful for me. I have to keep my eye on these guys. Oh no, they're making a beeline right for the base. That's a problem. Well, there's about to be a shootout.
I hear you found me an impressive emerald. Why don't I have it on my desk right now?
Because it would break your desk in half. This thing's huge. We can't move it without attracting attention.
So, we can handle local governments and militaries.
But this dig site, it's located right on the edge of a smashed base.
Just my luck. Very well, have your team plan a distraction. And when Smash looks at it, move fast!
Set up a vent on the world stage. Set up a vent on the world stage? You need a distraction, and it turns out one of your minions does magic on the side. They aren't very good, but a magic show will at least divert attention. Have your team secure a proper stage. Okay, sure. And unfortunately, this asshole is on his way. Blue Saint is on his way. I'm just gonna lure him just to be done with it. Not exactly what I wanted. When I did the previous mission, I was not paying attention, and he was in the area, which was not very helpful, but it is what it is. So we'll handle him and hopefully do that mission pretty quick. Right now, part of what's slowing me down is I'm doing a lot of dancing with the super agents. Not because I'm trying or testing any new strategies, but just because I don't want to deal with them, and it's getting really obnoxious. You can see also how many people I have moving. I'm probably being too aggressive on the world stage right now, which is causing a lot of this. And we've got enemy investigators coming, but like, I'm gonna just ignore that. Yeah. What exactly does the paywall do? It didn't do anything. It just slowed them down. Okay.
A scheme has succeeded.
I probably, one of these days, should or could look... Oh god, the bees! So many bees! Where... Jubei, where are you? Come here, you need to get involved in this. Especially since I've got Max in the theater. Yeah. We're having big swings of numbers. Like, we get invaded by a bunch of people, so we lose a bunch of people, so I gain a bunch of people, and then a bunch more people come, and it's just back and forth and back and forth. Oh, there they are. Alright, so... let's get everybody over here. I'm gonna have to watch Max to make sure he doesn't die.
Very well. I want Blue Saint located.
Wow, so Blue Saint was able to stay invisible despite Max being in the area. That's interesting. Luckily, Blue Saint's saboteurs aren't very strong. So, yeah, I wouldn't call him toothless, because he's got just enough power himself to be disruptive. But if you know Blue Saint is coming, and you sort of keep your eyes open for him, and you keep track of him yourself, like personally, when he's in the base,
An agent
so you
has been
can
subdued and
kind of
captured.
shadow him and make sure he doesn't do anything he shouldn't. He's not that bad to deal with, but that's a lot of should-haves, maybes, keep tracks, that kind of thing. Whereas like with Bola, you don't even need to pay attention to her, and she will suffer very, very easily. So anyway, Blue Saint's pretty toothless. I would say he's probably the second easiest one to deal with. Then Symmetry, because Symmetry's friends, her little escort, they actually do a decent amount of damage. So you can't take her too... You can't underestimate Symmetry's people that much, but you can control where she goes better than the others, since she always teleports into the vault. Anyway, enough prattling about the super agents. We're just going to keep working on all of this stuff, and after these mid-roll ads, I think we'll have some Smash Investigators brainwashed, and then we can continue the loot mission. And we're back. We still haven't done what I said we were going to do. However, I'm going to tweak the base a little bit because I think this was a good idea to put the jog in the wall, but we're having so many people keep showing up that I'm struggling with keeping control of being able to capture quickly, and we're losing a lot of people. So I'm going to do this in real time rather than doing a time lapse. First, I'm going to dirt this up
Salaries paid.
just to sort of reset things back to their default behavior. So then we're going to use the Inner Sanctum. That would be here. And I'm going to convert a good chunk of this to Inner Sanctum. I'm gonna move the table over here because this is where our super agent, our henchmen are going to be based out of. So let's see if I can. This is going to get a little funky because of the sizing here.
You're running low on power.
Oh,
Build
shut up,
more
Karen.
generators.
Okay,
You're
so
in emergency power.
1, 2. Okay,
We have captured an agent.
1, 2. There we go. Alright, so then we're going to dirt this up. And then turn this into a hallway. Let's do it here. And then we'll unwall that. Get rid of that door. Wall that off. Switch this over
An
like
agent has been
so.
subdued and captured.
Okay, and then we'll move this over here. Yeah, there we go.
We have captured an
So
agent.
now, if I've done that correctly, I can place the henches basically in the same room as the guards, and so if anyone gets over
You
here,
can come with us silent.
if anyone makes it that deep in the base, then the henches will be on it as
You are
well.
under attack. Protect yourself.
I'm thinking.
And then that should solve my problem. I'm gonna have to kind of calm things down in the base before I finish doing that. Okay, what is happening here? Okay, it seems everyone's in one piece.
An agent has been subdued and captured.
Alright, so the only thing I'm then missing here, I want to get, I still need a desk, because that's how I've been
High alert. Cancelled.
recharging myself when we do a lot of training stuff. So yeah, that should work. Okay. So then we're going to base all of the henches into this room. Yeah. So now, if any enemy agent gets to the guard room here, then they'll be flagged for capture. And if they somehow manage to get farther, then not only will the henches be right there, but because the henches are there, it will break their disguise immediately. So I think with this, I now have my area a little bit more automated, so I don't have to pay quite so much attention. This also means this guard post is pointless. Let's move this here. And then let's open up all of this. Because... Yeah, the infirmary can be open. It doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. That should work. So with those changes, I think the base is going to now be more automated, which is what I want. I won't know until we get some more people in here.
A trap has been triggered.
So these are the smash guys. I'm going to have to just flag these guys to get captured, since that's what I'm trying to do for the loot mission. But that won't take me very long.
The pyro is unstoppable. Your henchman is in combat.
I'm listening.
Jubei ran Pyro set him on fire, and he ran into the bees, which then started attacking
All
him.
fires have been extinguished.
Oh my god, evil genius. So good.
A scheme has succeeded.
These poor investigators keep wandering a little too deep in the base and dying, which just perpetuates the violence. But you know what? At least we have a new loot item secure in our lair. Alright, Out of Time seems to keep disappearing, so let's do that one next. Strange Tachyon spikes are happening all over the world. You should investigate. Whatever's behind it will surely be useful to your unfolding schemes.
Side story begun.
No cutscenes, so let's immediately start in on that research project, where I'm going to need the
Research
data
has
banks
begun.
activated, which are currently off. And
Capacitors are active. Build more generators before they run out.
I am shocked that we're having a power crisis. I mean, yes, I have been building safes, but like, I think what's going on is I'm underestimating just how much power the broadcast power table dealies take. How much do they take? Let's see. 10 power each. Oh man. Yeah, I have been underestimating that. Okay. I mean, let's build some more power then, right? So I've been watching the investigators closely to try to figure out exactly what's wrong with my base setup, and I think part of the problem is that the main entrance to the base
Research has been completed.
is a little too close to this door. So there's no easy solution to that, really. Because, once again, I'm going to wind up trading convenience for security no matter what I do. If we make the entrance over here instead, then there's a stronger chance... Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking ahead. There would be a stronger chance that the investigators would be stopped before a fight breaks out. So I'm thinking that may be what I have to do. So just to experiment, we're going to change the base a lot. And yet, not so much. Like, I'll show you what I mean. We're going to get rid of these. Or at least that one. Actually, that might be good enough. And then I'm going to convert all of this to hallway. And then there. So we're going to move the door over here. Why will that not work? Oh, because that's not casino. Got it. That's fine. Let's... Can I convert this to casino? No. Shit. You know what? Actually, this is fine. Because I only want this to be hallway so I can get a camera there. That's the only reason I did that. So let's double cover this. Okay, so then we can move this over here. I'm going to wall this off. This is going to have to move... So I'm wondering if the suit is causing the problem. Like, it's great that Agent Resolve goes down if the suit is nearby, but the downside is that I think that's triggering a reaction out of the investigators because it is loot. You know, it's not... I mean, it's loot, so it's something for them to be concerned about. So, what if we do that? Because this is still a safe room, this is still a safe room. This is going to be the problem now, since I have the Flame of Prometheus right there. And then the bee trap isn't really that helpful anymore, and these cameras aren't really helpful anymore. You know what? Let's just do this for now. I want to see what's going to happen as a result, and... Because what I'm thinking is now, anyone who enters from the side door is going to have to go through the entire casino, pretty much, before they can get into the base. The entire problem so far has been they walk in through this door here, and then they can just immediately go into the main base, and I think that's causing more fights than we need. This is still not pretty. I don't like the way the base is laid out now, but... It might be useful. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, we've got some investigators coming into the base. Now, they're immediately going to be upset, what with the candy bars and such that they're going to see. But this is more an experiment to see how they move and to see if they are going to have to be contained or if they will be contained within this so many candy bars. If they're going to be contained within the casino once they get there. Let's see, they haven't been tagged yet. Okay, one has just been tagged.
Good news and bad news. The good news is that this appears to be an actual working time machine.
But it's a time machine that's clearly been used. So tell me, Doctor, who used it?
Atomic Olga? She's made temporal clones of herself. She wants to use them to terminate you.
And I thought one of that woman was bad enough. Get a fix on the machine's position. We're going to find it. And then we'll break it. Time travel is lazy and beneath me. If I don't use it, no one can.
You would think we would use it to go back and punch my old nemesis in the face. So, I bet that's the one that I need Olga alive for. Because if she's not alive, then I can't do this. So that's fine. Do we have the data banks up? We do. Okay. Alright. We've almost got the entire vault converted over. Alright, so where did those guys go? Trying to look for the... Oh, they're over there now. Well, luckily Pyro is right there. Here, Pyro, come over here for a second. There you go. I didn't anticipate this, that they would be caught coming in through this door, but that's fine. That's less of a problem for me. Although they're going to die, which again is just going to summon soldiers, which is its own problem. Because of my playstyle, the island where everyone has to come in through the front door, but the helicopter still has a side entrance, is definitely my best bet. It's just because of my Mountains of Body strategies. And so when I even do the 5th run, I'm tempted to do that. I mean, I don't want the show to be too boring. I mean, I guess you're all watching. It probably doesn't matter. It's just that, you know, I don't want the 5 different runs to all be too samey. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm overthinking it. And right on cue, here are the soldiers. And Foxworth, apparently, and a parasite. The entire problem with this, again, all I'm doing is... We're once again just going back and forth. I shouldn't have even bothered with that, because Jubei's immediately going to get blown up. Because we're just going to leave a trail of bodies, and then investigators are going to show up, and then we're going to have a trail of bodies, and investigators are going to show up. The side door is my problem. This entire side door is my problem. Because... Wait a minute. Why don't I just convert this entire side section into part of the casino? Because then the investigators would get flagged immediately upon entrance. And by the time they get into the casino proper, someone can catch them and start working on their resolve. Because I don't think they start fighting back the instant that they see anybody. Let's try that. Let's just move all of this. Okay. I don't think anyone's gonna get this deep in the base, but whatever. All right, so we'll sell all this stuff off. We'll turn this into a casino hallway. Unfortunately, that means the cameras are going to have to be deleted. But you know what? That's fine, because I don't think... Like, if everyone gets auto-tagged for distract the second they come this way, then...
Scheme has succeeded.
I don't think it's going to matter anyway that the cameras can or can't see them. So let's try. So now... With that done, provided that the auto tag updates, I think that'll be better control for me. But either way, I'm out of time for this one. I'm actually over time. So in the next episode, we'll see how that works, and maybe having a casino hallway was the right answer all along. Either way, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.